Mister, that number doesn't matter
Listen,
at all.
I mean,
Don't get mathematical
listen,
here.
well,
yeah,
like,
definitely something to say about
Oh,
that.
something to say about me.
Do you know what the website Seeking Arrangements is?
It is my
They're
sworn
literally-
mission. They will lose money.
He's getting anxious just thinking about
I
it.
really
look
am.
at the
Yeah,
look
I
at the
can
can,
Dude, action!
Telemundo.
Pick a Boss podcast.
Waka.
This is racist.
Probably a little bit.
I'm quarter Spanish.
That's
True.
True. Take it all back.
Spanish from Spain. You know, people try to discount me. Eventually in a future video, I already kind of have this planned out. In a few months, we got to work out the logistics. We're gonna do a 23andMe test.
All of us?
All of us.
I don't want to do that.
Why
I don't
not?
want the government to be making clones of
Why
me.
not?
I
You're not gonna do it? Come
don't-
on,
I know what
just-
I am.
Just spit into a tube.
I do that often anyway.
Spit into a little tube.
You consenting to this? A 23andMe? You getting one?
Yeah, sure.
You guys are now. It's 2 out of 3.
Especially
Now
after
you-
Danny gets it, he's gonna go around going, "Spanish men are Spanish." He's
Yeah,
gonna make
yeah.
a protest.
Listen, I would be totally. I mean, we'll go over this again, but I would be totally down for the criticism if I was like a 10th Spanish or a 16th
Or
Spanish.
just- of course,
Like
a
a good chunk.
or
like-
just not Spanish.
Yeah, like I'd be down with that. You know, like how like Elizabeth Warren says she's like a 100th Native American. Like obviously that's a little over the top. But what I'm saying is 25%. That's a quarter.
That's a good chunk.
That's a good chunk. Anyway, we
Spanish.
just saw Suicide Squad. What'd you think? Initial Picky Boys movie review.
That's true. It was like 5 minutes off watching it.
Yeah, fresh off the press.
I thought it was good. It didn't take itself too seriously. James Gunn, does like Guardians of the Galaxy style stuff.
I liked it, but I have a problem with movies where if I directly after I see a movie, best movie of all time.
Best movie you've ever seen. In your
Every
life. Oscar
time
winner.
I could come out of the shittiest movie ever, and I'll be like, wow,
Can you name an example?
that
where-
was Transformers 3.
Oh.
I
You
literally
came out and was
I
like, this is
literally-
awesome?
I came out of Transformers 3, and I was I was literally like, I think it's the best movie I've ever seen. I was like, I cannot think of a better movie. I truly couldn't. I get like these rose-colored glasses, and I just cannot see. I can't see in the light. But I wanted to press you and put you on the spot about your belief of movie theaters. I'm a big believer in the movie theater. I'm a big believer in the experience. I think it adds a lot to the whole thing. And you think they're dying?
I think they're dead. I also think that they are not worth any. No movie is worth any amount of money to be seen in theater
Yeah.
when you can see it for free in home
Yes.
now.
Yeah, wait, can we touch on
Yeah,
that?
how about
Because-
this? How about this psychotic thing? Yes, Danny yesterday
Yeah.
said, "Hey, do you want to go see the Suicide Squad in theaters like a caveman?" And I said, "No. Why would I pay for it and have it possibly ruined by someone else in the theater when literally tomorrow it's free for us to watch together?"
True. I mean,
It makes no sense.
Movie
I
theaters
get-
are dead. They're dead. Get rid of them.
Even if they're not,
Gone.
it makes no sense. Like it's like if someone offered you a sandwich and was like, here, bring the sandwich to you for free. It's all free. Everything's free about it, and it's the same exact sandwich. Or you have to go to a restaurant and pay $30 for it, and it's like obviously, just from a financial standpoint, it makes
geez.
no sense to go out and get the sandwich.
well, yeah. I mean, I suppose so. But I like to think about it like it's part of the experience. It's like it's the reason any good experience can charge more money. It's the reason, like a fancy dining experience. It's still, if you go to a fancy Italian restaurant, it's still chicken parmesan, but you're getting charged more because it's the ambiance, it's the whole environment.
If the chicken parm's not better, not interested.
The
Not
movie,
interested.
The movie theaters puts it on a huge screen. I'm a big believer in IMAX too. Go big. I want to see this movie in the format that it is designed to be
You've
seen.
seen like 2 IMAX movies.
With you don't know where I fucking do.
You've seen like
Dude, I had
2 IMAX movies.
I had a movie pass in San Francisco, and I'd go every single week, and every single movie I saw was IMAX.
That's good. Danny
And
is,
once a week. I love the
got
movies.
you there.
Danny is the blockbuster guy that still goes into the one store open. It's like, I really like the DVD experience, and I'm gonna keep you guys alive.
Wait,
this
wait, hold
dying industry.
But slight tangent. Blockbuster, that was fire. Like You and your friends, when you're 10 on a Friday night, yo, let's go get a movie. You get candy, you get snacks. You look through all the movies, pick one out. Maybe even pick out a video game you could rent.
Right.
That was fire.
You're right. I agree with you. In the same sense, like when the movie theaters are really bussin', I would really enjoy it. But then Netflix came out, JT, and now it's like, why on earth would we go leave our house when all the movies are right here? Same
because
thing.
because
Innovation.
Because I'm watching like one movie that I saw that I rewatched in theaters after watching HBO Max was King Kong versus Godzilla. Leagues different of an experience. That movie was designed to be fucking huge with loud fucking noises. It wasn't designed to be in a living room.
Same thing.
It's just
Except,
it's just
and you know
not
what?
the
It
same
was
thing.
free also.
It's
It was
and
also free.
and it's also like HBO Max, like $12 a month, buddy. So
Say this,
it's not
Danny.
free.
Danny.
well, you
mean,
know, well,
he's
I have
already
like
paying for
the
it.
package.
Yeah, no,
so,
I-
so it comes with
It would
shit.
be
I get
it
it.
would be $20 more expensive for him in this moment to go out and go see it. But Danny, I'll tell you exactly what you can do. You could turn the volume all the way up,
Yeah.
and you can sit
Surround
real
sound.
close to
yeah,
the
real
TV.
close to
No.
And that way
perception.
it's big. You sit real close, and it looks like an IMAX because
Also,
you're doing this while you're watching.
Also, Mr. $12 a month. It was if you really want to be stingy about it, if we all give you $3, that is like $60 off all three of us going to the movie.
No, I mean,
Mr. That
Yeah.
number doesn't matter
Listen,
at all.
Don't get mathematical
Listen,
here.
well, I'm just saying, don't say free. I
It-
mean,
it-
I
it
don't
is
want
free.
you to give fucking Natalie Moriarty $12 because I'm on my parents' HBO Max.
It is free.
and I will be until they kick me off.
Until they realize that we're mooching off them.
Dox
Say-
your parents.
I feel like is everybody here on their parents' cell phone plan?
yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna ride that wave
Dude.
until if
yeah.
when I'm married, if they tell me you gotta get your own plan, I go, come on, guys.
I'll be on my fucking parents' cell phone plan, calling my brother saying, "Hey, mom passed away."
Yeah.
I'll be still on their plan.
It's like, make sure you keep the credit card.
We're gonna put all the inheritance
Yeah,
into the
into the phone
future
bill.
phone bills.
Also, I mean, again, with the numbers, like a family plan usually cheaper than a solo plan. That's all I'm saying. Makes
Yeah.
more
per person,
sense.
definitely.
Makes more sense.
yeah, I suppose that's true.
Have you ever? How long have you ridden someone's like Netflix account? Like, have you used like an
Ooh.
ex-girlfriend's Netflix account or something, or like a friend, and like you were on it too much or some shit?
Not.
Yeah.
I'm usually the guy that gets mooched off of.
Oh, you get mooched off of.
Yeah.
We used before Nick canceled his Crunchyroll subscription, which is where you can watch all your animes. Me and Chaz would just mooch off it terribly because it's so much better. And then at one point he got pissed, kicked us all out because we were all on the same time. He's like, too many users, and he
Yeah.
couldn't even watch it. Like, that's when I would be upset. That's when
Yeah.
I would cancel everything.
Well, now they have profiles, which are so great because one of the like the OG like bad parts about sharing a Netflix subscription is that if I'm watching a show while you're watching a show, maybe I'll click my show and you're on episode 4 and I'm on episode 2, and then all of a sudden it starts. Spoiler.
That
you know?
sucks too.
So, but now most of them have profiles, so like you can keep track of your own shows.
Yeah, that would happen with the animes too. And usually in animes, like the last 4 minutes are the only important minutes of the of the episode. And me and Chaz would watch faster than Nick. So not only did Nick not get on sometimes, but they were just spoiled from him, and he gave up.
You just rewind it to the exact
Yeah.
point of the spoiler.
Yeah,
and when
it's
he
like-
clicks play, he's like, no, wait.
Like, this is close my eyes and rewind. Like, this is for you.
Every account I mooch off of, I Venmo for the years, like half price.
Oh,
whatever.
like a
Amazon
fee?
Prime. I'm on my friend's Amazon Prime, and yeah, I give him the $50. How much is Amazon Prime?
I don't know, dude.
$100.
Yeah,
$100
yeah,
a
but
year, yeah.
but
I give him $50.
yeah, but if you're using his Prime though,
Yeah.
and he's getting all the points,
Yeah.
you don't have to pay shit. I
Well,
would say.
no,
and
I
you're
don't
paying
use
for
his
your
credit
own,
card.
You're paying for your own stuff. No, but it's the account. It doesn't matter which credit card.
Have you ever sent
It's the account.
sent packages to each other by
So-
accident?
No, but he gets all the points, I guess. I don't know, man. Isn't that
Telling
to be
you.
on his credit card?
No, it's just the account. Like the account could have 3 cards.
Is
Doesn't
there
matter.
points? I didn't realize there was
No, there
points.
is on the
Yeah,
credit
yeah.
card, on the Amazon Prime credit card, which he. No, man. No, no, no,
I
no,
think you're
no.
wrong. I think your account gets stuff.
I wouldn't want anybody to share my Amazon Prime account. Who knows what you're buying in there, You don't buy any nefarious things.
Well, we actually, I did. I just happened to. It said like because you ordered this, right? And I didn't order it, and it showed me what he ordered, and I could show you guys if you want.
What is,
Very odd.
is it like
It paints a picture without needing to actually.
without needing the brush?
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just on Amazon. You're like, whoa, a realistic blow up doll of Miranda Cosgrove.
Yeah,
what the
it's
fuck
like
is this?
It's like A custom pocket pussy that just says JT on it.
I thought there was 3 things. It looks like it's only 2.
All right, it's all right.
So this is 1. Oh, he returned it. Wasn't satisfied. This is the 1.
So wait. What we're looking at is a T-shirt of a ripped, chiseled man, or is that like a?
It's like a graphic print, so
Of
it
a-
looks
of a
like you're
buff
ripped.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got to fit real well to look. And then this is the second one.
Oh.
So I would assume those are worn in tandem.
Those
yeah,
are leather
yeah.
print boxer briefs.
Like also like I guess he's
cheetah
like
print.
like
Not sorry, not
yeah,
leather.
like
cheetah print.
cheetah print, like role playing some kind of Tarzan. thing.
Exactly.
That's what-
So that showed up, and I was like, wish I didn't know this about my friend.
yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I mean, who knows what he could be doing with that? Imagine it's just also like 10 gallons of like a high grade lubricant.
Just oil him up, baby.
Just oil him up, oil my shirt up.
I don't know if you guys Nick's been on like way in the back, but like I would never order my nefarious stuff on Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would do is I would go to CVS, get a prepaid card, hop on Adam and Eve, buy it, discreet packaging, send it to Nick's house, and just in case, cover every basis. When I was still living with my parents,
Yeah.
and then I would track the package, go take Nick's mail every day, find my package, and walk away.
Did you tell Nick that this was happening?
I told Nick, and usually every time you buy something, I don't know if I should say this part, but every time you buy something, you get a free gift, whatever it is. It could be like a little
dildo.
Sometimes it's a little dildo. Sometimes it's a little pocket pussy.
yeah, it's
like
yeah, or like a little vibrator, a little pee-pee ring or something, and I would just always hand him the free gifts. So he's gotten a few free gifts.
And that was the birth of Oksana.
And that was the birth of Oksana.
That we gave it a name. It
Yeah.
was
What's
a
it?
little
A pocket
handheld.
pussy?
It was like a little handheld silicone.
We called it a poor man's pocket
blue,
pussy
pocket pussy.
because it didn't
essentially.
look like a vag. It was just a blue like those old toys. You remember those old toys with the fish in them?
Yeah.
They looked just like that.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and I'm sure it got good mileage. I'm sure Nick used it to its potential.
To stretched it real wide.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I used to. Never on. You have a lot to say about that, don't you?
I
Never.
have nothing to say.
Never on Amazon.
There's a ton to say. What I feel like why this is so young. Why did you need to incorporate like toys into your sex life?
Yeah, definitely something to say about that.
Oh, something to say about me.
That's something like a 25-year-old
Oh, something
does.
to say about me. Oh,
I don't know. Is this kink shaming?
yeah. I
Maybe.
thought there's no kink shaming on here.
Okay.
But
Whatever.
I wasn't. How young was I? I was
Like
like
is sex,
like 18.
sex is already so boring for you at 16.
Yeah, it's just like
You're like,
18.
all right, we need ropes, we need handcuffs, we need blindfolds.
oh, you could get that at like a hardware.
You got the
store.
ass fucking machine? Oh, I got the ass fucking machine.
Does this ceiling have integrity to hold a swing?
yeah, if we could put a boxing bag up here, we
He
can
gets
hold
a
a swing.
contractor in. Yeah,
exactly.
you're gonna need a beam here, a beam here, column here.
I could definitely do it. I could
I
definitely
can
do it.
definitely do it. I just say I would need my
How much?
need my
How,
tools.
how much are you planning on sitting on here?
It's looking like a project, a 2-week project.
You see, if you called me a week earlier, it would have been a lot cheaper. Now,
Yeah, there is a lot to unpack there, but it is what it is. No kink shaming.
No
This
kink
is,
shaming.
we also, speaking of kinks and sharing subscriptions, we also knew a group. We knew the group of guys who shared a Brazzers premium porn subscription,
a Brazzers premium porn subscription,
and they had a schedule.
well, they had to make.
They
a
had to
schedule.
make a schedule because you can only be on it at one time, and they, I mean, it happens at night.
Yeah.
It's like the witching hour, and so they keep getting kicked off of Brazzers, and so they had to make a schedule of when they could not,
They can play.
play.
Yeah, which good for them, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if it works, it works.
Cheat the system.
Yep.
Whoa. Yep.
Yep.
Cheat the system. Got him.
Cheat the system.
How annoying is it, you think, to like just run a restaurant? Like,
So
is it even worth it for like the fact that you think these people who are really running restaurants are like got it handed down from like their relatives or something, or like a friend? Because like I
No,
feel like
I
just
think
opening
some
a restaurant's like
I think some people genuinely like to do it, but it's definitely super annoying. Like I know a few people who like work in restaurants and have restaurants, and the critics, especially now that 30 years ago, it's annoying word of mouth, oh, well, I hate this restaurant, this, that, and the other. But now anybody can get on Yelp and just say, this sucks, this stinks, blah, 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 blah. And every restaurant has these, like, just over the top Karen critics.
Yeah. Also, I mean, if you're truly treated that bad, like, it's in your best interest to just leave, right? Never go back to this place. You really want like a manager to come like make it right and
People
know.
want
They want a
something.
free
They
meal,
want
that's what they
something.
want,
You
Yeah.
want something. It's like, oh, I came here. Like, let's say the bare minimum. I came here to give you my business, and then you treated me poorly. Now I want something, right? That's
Yeah.
like I see that.
that would. I mean, when I worked at the college bar as the bartender, like girls would do that. Maybe guy here or there too, but they would try to do that. Be like, I've been waiting so long for a drink, and I mean, there's 1,000 you out there. I don't care. Like you complain or talk at all, like I'll just go to the next person.
Trying to get a free drink or complaining about your drink management.
Like, wait, what do you mean? They'd
Like,
be
what were
complaining
they complain-
about something like
No, but were they trying to get a free drink?
sometimes they'd be super 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 drunk and then give me a 10 and I'd give them the 5 back and they'd be like, I give you a 20. I'm like, nope, you didn't. And
So that's a little that one's a little different. That one's a little.
Also,
I mean, they're just wrong.
If you're complaining
I'm the
about
sober one here.
Yeah.
if you're complaining about the time it takes to get a drink when you're standing at a bar, it potentially could be your fault. Like if you're standing at a bar, it's partially up to you to be like,
Yeah, but if you're too rude, I'll just
yeah,
skip you.
if you're too
I'll
rude,
skip
yeah,
you.
it-
I'll skip you. Go right to the next.
There's too much.
person.
There's hard of a sweet spot.
If you start rolling your
you
eyes-
can't just like.
If I go to the person next to you and you start rolling your eyes, you're waiting an extra 10 minutes.
for sure. There's an art to like hailing a bartender and
Yeah.
just getting it quick.
I feel like
Put your arm out with the money.
that's
or
what
the
I did.
card.
Yeah, I just
And
have
be
the money.
polite.
Have the money in hand. Even if you're gonna pay with card, have the money in hand because they just like that better. And then
Yeah.
be like, all right, well, here it is.
Also, I mean, the tip $1, $2. This is a college bar. No one's tipping. I will remember you, and I will serve you first.
Oh, dude, tips is the way. That's how I judge a good place. If I'm tipping good and they don't treat me better, I'll probably that's the time I won't go back. I think
Yeah.
that's what I do.
Yeah, but I feel like that also goes both ways. Like, because I've seen many people who tip very generously and then expect the world in return. And it's like just because you're shelling out doesn't mean you get.
Right.
You
Okay.
know, you have to.
I mean,
still.
I think
I think you just maybe not the world, but
Yeah,
like
not the world,
I should be treated better than this guy. And
Yeah,
if
definitely.
I'm not,
Yeah.
then
I'll go to a place where my money
Yeah.
will buy better service.
or it's just how it is you just won't get tipped as much.
Yeah, or
it
yeah,
won't
yeah.
be. It won't continue.
if the tip's not making a difference,
Yeah,
if I'm showing out like 25%, 30% for no reason,
Yeah.
and it's not making like a little bit of a difference, maybe a little faster service, or just come back more often to check if I need anything, then like.
And like they sell you quick on just like if you tip really well, it's like one round of free shots on them. Like you're I feel like you're sold. Like it's like
Well,
this is
I
it.
don't tip. I usually don't carry cash, so I don't tip prior. Usually ever. I use the old shot method. And whenever I buy a shot, I offer to buy them a shot.
All right, well that's like
And
that's a
like
cashless tip.
that's the olive branch in return,
And sometimes
which
you,
everybody should always do.
and sometimes you might not even have to pay for that. They'll be like, oh yeah, I'll just take one with you.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody, if you're ever at a bar and you're taking shots, always offer the bartender to buy a shot. Half the time they'll say no, I'm working. The other half the time they'll take it and then comp it because they get it for free anyway.
This,
But if it's
this advice getting
I
a
would
little
not say
choppy.
I would not say
I'm telling you.
every
No,
time.
No, you're right, but like to for that to be a thing,
There's
it's like
there's like 10% of the time the worst case scenario
you have to buy it.
No,
now.
the worst case scenario is you have to buy the shot and you still get good graces
And
with
buy
the bar.
2 shots.
The worst in my eyes, the worst thing that can happen is they take a shot and I pay for it. And they still like, oh, thanks for the shot.
I just
the
think,
worst thing.
I just think like I also get treated pretty well the way I like my strategy of tipping, and I think I spend way less than you to do it. I think that's like where we're getting disconnected.
I don't think
I like
so.
his better. I like the 20 shots at the beginning of the night. Hey, let's have a good night. That's it.
Nah, I don't think so.
No, I'm saying like 20 shots,
20
No,
bucks.
What did I say? 20,
20 bucks. Yeah.
20 bucks
Yeah.
like right away.
20
like,
bucks right away, and dude,
in
it's
cash,
it's,
and it's
it's
like-
worked every time, and then the next one could be like ones. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, there's definitely pros and cons to each way. If we're gonna stay at a bar the entire night, do it your way. My way, you can hop around for cheaper. usually.
Right. Yeah, if you're like
That's
bar hopping,
true.
you don't want to give $20 at the
That's
beginning
true.
of each
Yeah, yeah.
bar.
But that's usually like that extreme is usually when we're like our name is on a list and like we are staying or like at a event.
I'll do your method if I'm at an open bar. If I'm at an open bar, $20. Here it is. Remember my face and pour me.
I
drinks.
will not leave this spot until you carry me out at an open bar.
Pretty much because an open bar is really, I mean, that's just essentially a competition for tips because it's not about buying drinks.
Yeah, the
anymore.
problem is as soon as something's like a buffet or a open bar or something like that, it's like now you put me in charge of getting all of my money back and more. I am now going to steal from you.
Oh, exactly. Like I'm
This
going.
will be a negative
Yeah, this will be a
transaction.
negative on your part. You think you're making money somehow. You are not.
I'm going to an all-you-can-eat restaurant tonight, and it is my sworn mission. It is my
they're
sworn
lo-
mission. They will lose money.
Without a doubt.
They will lose money.
Yeah.
I will drink my weight in sangria and chicken cutlets. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Yeah, they're going to be flowing so hard he's drinking this chicken cutlets.
No, he's gonna be so full. He's gonna all right, time to get out the blender. Chicken cutlets in it.
Chicken cutlets,
some sangria in.
sangria.
What,
Is
this
that
back-
calamari?
Get that. Get
No,
that. But these are like fucking $1 a pop.
Bam,
I'm
bam,
just
bam.
looking up like the market price for all the foods. I'm like, I'm gonna make my money back. I'm gonna have to pick up some slack from other people at the
That's
table
true too. Like you have to. That means if you're not by yourself, other people are dipping you, bringing you down.
He wants the table to be a net negative.
Yeah. You need the table to.
It
be
was a
net
mistake letting this group in.
It is a
yeah,
mistake.
I'm here.
Patrizio's a mass myth. You better fucking watch out because I'm coming and I haven't eaten anything today.
That's true.
I'm gonna go Joey Chestnut in that place.
Yeah, really. It's,
Yeah. I mean, if he's a regular and they have that special every day, you could bankrupt that place, right? Or at least severely lower their profit
They
margins.
probably-
You'll probably die before
Yeah,
they go
they'll
bankrupt.
probably just say you're not allowed in here
Yeah.
anymore. That's what I would do.
Yeah, if you ever get told that, first of all, that's the saddest thing that
If
could
you
ever
get
happen
kicked
in your
out
life.
of, like,
If you
a-
get kicked out of an all-you-can-eat buffet and
That
say
would be
you're cut
that
off.
would be so bad.
Yeah.
I do that with cruise ships too. You ever been on a cruise ship? It's
Dude,
like
I haven't been on a
it's like-
cruise.
it's the world of food.
It's
You have
such a-
every cuisine you could ever think of.
It's such a weird thing. Like I haven't been on a cruise in more than a decade. Isn't that a weird?
we
sentence?
gotta go on a cruise. Let's go on a cruise.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
should.
once the COVID's over,
yeah. So
It's never going to be over.
whatever. Well, then let's go now.
not now.
Let's go on a cruise. Come on. Picky
Maybe.
Boys at Sea episode. We've already tried
We've
that.
tried. We've
no,
tried.
but what we can do is we could record an
Did we try?
episode. We did try to record in Europe, which was and we recorded on like the most beautiful like hilltop Croatian fucking patio overlooking the sea, and it just didn't work.
Couldn't happen.
You can't take this puppy on the road as of yet.
No,
Maybe one day we'll figure out some kind of
Yo, you should put the setup in the mobile home.
mobile. Yeah,
That'd be fire.
That's what Steve-O does.
You could fit this.
that's what Steve does.
Steve-O's wild ride. He just takes like this van and goes around and drives to the people's places, which is such a smart idea.
And then some people, they thrive off of doing it outside. Have you ever seen Podcast But Outside? Fantastic podcast.
Is that like the two guys
Two
just on the
guys.
sidewalk?
Yeah.
There's a YouTuber here who does it in New York called Sneeko. I judge about him.
Oh, yeah.
And it's called 1 Minute Podcast. He just sits down like literally in the middle of a subway. Like subway's going on both sides. I don't even know how he keeps the audio like not horrible. And I was like going through watching it. I'm a big fan of this guy. And one day I see someone from high school that like I sort of kind of knew but never really talked to on it. And she didn't know the guy had a following and admitted to some very
Oh my god.
Compromising.
yeah, very compromising things like nothing, crimes technically, yes. She basically admitted, do you know what the website Seeking Arrangements is?
It's like to find a sugar daddy, right?
Yeah, so she admitted to going on there and that she was gonna like fuck this 45-year-old for like $1,400. Not enough, I don't think. And
Depends what you need.
$1,400,
Depends
man.
on the situation.
Depends on like how
Was
you're
that a
at.
month's rent in New York City?
Sometimes it's what you got.
So you got to do it once a month,
you
and
gotta-
then maybe twice a month if you want food.
You got to do what you got to do, man.
right,
Out
well-
in these New York streets. You gotta
She
do-
admitted to that, but he never showed up.
Oh, wow.
She got ghosted by her sugar
daddy.
daddy. And yeah, she admitted all this and
Whoa.
didn't think that anyone would see it. And
and now JT saw it.
I saw it.
JT saw it. If I got stood up by my sugar daddy, I'd feel some kind of way about it. I think
Yeah.
I'd be.
Yeah,
I
is that
think
not hot enough?
I'd be very upset. Be like, should I have said 1,300 maybe? Or it's like
That's true. What if they just find somebody who's like, yeah,
Yeah.
850, let's do
850.
it.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
always someone who
a
will do it
bargain.
for less, and then it's just competition out here.
That's yeah.
You're bidding for a contract.
Yeah,
You're
so-
just contract workers, and you're bidding for the work.
And then there's just some like a little older person, just like $20,
Yeah.
And then if you go to the other gender, maybe it's even cheaper. Who knows?
I used to know a woman who had a sugar daddy, and she got paid like on a weekly basis,
Like an allowance.
and I mean, who knows if this is true or not? She claims that there was nothing of sexual nature. Like the guy just wanted to like a girlfriend to go to restaurants with and hang out with and just be alone with.
Maybe he couldn't get it up.
That's really pathetic.
I feel
I
like
mean, if you got the money and you want some hot rod to go to fucking, I don't know,
a
to go to
little,
to go to a restaurant with.
a little piece on your
Because
shoulder.
Right, but-
because listen,
So then
listen,
you're only doing it for other people because you want to show random strangers that you could pull a hot girl.
Yeah,
but
but
you
then
can't.
but then
I
It's
guess
just
so.
pathetic.
but then that does something for yourself that makes you happy.
or maybe it's just listen and like in 100 years, not 100 years.
Well, excuse me?
in 40 years, who knows? Maybe I would do this. First of all, let's set the premise. I hate eating alone. I'd rather die than eat alone. And so like if I really like a restaurant, I need somebody to go with. You know?
bro. There are people who I'm sure would go with you.
Just for the
Just for the
price.
meal.
Yeah.
Just for the meal.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
The fact that you need to hire a hot girl to send this message to everyone eating around you that you're not a loser and you can pull a hot girl. That's just
I mean,
pathetic.
that's definitely what he was doing.
if you're not fucking her,
But
just fuck her.
But the thing is, I can't eat alone. Whenever I see somebody eating alone, I actually get upset. I literally get upset.
Can you eat alone?
Fuck yeah.
I can fucking eat alone.
except for in the city. In the city, it's like
Yeah,
a no
exactly.
man's land because it's totally different because it's like people are on their lunch break. I eat alone in the city all the time. But I'm talking about if you go to
In
like a
Queens?
dine-in restaurant, like a fancy restaurant, and you are alone, I cringe. I think it's sad. Like I'm like you couldn't find one person to come eat
I mean,
with you.
I would assume that person probably got stood up or like because
But that's not people just go alone.
no,
I'm
I know,
telling you,
but
it's
that's people.
crazy.
That's people who like
I don't think that's that crazy.
the people who
crazy
the people
to
who
me.
do it are like the people that say like I'm just super comfortable with myself. Like super. I like my own company.
But what if they're like so introverted that other people actually just annoy them and they want to enjoy a nice meal without having someone in their fucking ear talking?
I guess I mean again, this is just from my brain. I don't know why. I hate it. Like sometimes my mom will say I go to the mall and then she'll go eat at Applebee's alone, and I'm like, if that is ever happening to you, call me and I will come because I'd rather come.
Yeah, someone of my family
I'd
can't-
rather
than-
come than have you eat at Applebee's alone.
Yeah.
It's terribly sad to me. I hate it.
I don't think it's.
See, I don't think I would ever go out to like a fine dining place and eat by myself, just because I'd rather just save that for
I
when
would
I'm
just
with some.
also like never do that.
Yeah, like I would save that, but like maybe like a bar food or something. If I want it fresh, I might go.
Yeah, I
get
mean-
a drink.
Yeah.
That's a bar is like again. I'm talking about more like sit down restaurants.
talking about, like, a fancy place-
because a bar, I mean that's full of sad people drinking alone.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
Your community of
There's a-
people
because
like
you're
that.
all alone
Yeah.
at the same place, you're
You're-
not alone.
you're
You're
all
not alone.
together.
Exactly, but if you're going to I don't know whatever Peter Luger's and you're just getting a table for one, that's very sad to me. And
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it. And if it makes them happy, go for it. But I wouldn't be. You couldn't pay me to do it.
I think the only thing you have to get
I
past.
couldn't pay.
You could not pay me to do.
$500.
The anxiety.
$500.
The anxiety I would receive from being there would cripple me.
Dude,
You would take $500 to go eat
I
at
would-
Peter Luger's alone.
You don't even
Absolutely not.
dude. I
How
would,
much would it take? I'm wondering.
I would
Actually,
I would take way less. I'd be like, just pay for the meal, dude. I'll go. I'll go do it.
No.
how
way,
far
dude.
is it?
Well, there's one in Brooklyn.
Oh, I do like $50 then.
50.
Why are we not even paying for the meal then?
Well, no, you're gonna pay for the meal and give me $50. Of course, I'm not paying for the meal.
Yeah. That,
What kind of
that was
arrangement do you think we
implied.
have, sugar daddy?
And give me $50. What's happening?
No, the thing is like
Oh, I
literally.
thought you were talking to him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, how much he would pay you?
No, I'm saying.
Wait,
I'm
what?
saying. JT is saying. I'm saying that if someone said I'll pay for your meal at Peter Luger's and give you $500 on top of that, but you have to go and eat alone, I wouldn't do it.
Dude,
That's
I
just
would
dumb.
do. I,
would
would
do
so
it.
dumb. I would rack up
Like,
that
that's-
bill with drinks, bro.
That's just dumb.
I
now.
wouldn't do it, dude. It would be painful to sit there. Literally,
The only thing you have to get past,
hate it.
I think my hardest lump to get past in that situation would be the waiter coming up to me and going, "Oh, is it just us tonight?"
Yeah.
That would get me, and I'd be like, "Okay, I want to go home."
when
now.
is the next party? When is the
Yeah,
next
yeah,
guest
yeah,
arriving?
yeah. So are we waiting on anybody, or is it just you tonight? And they're like, now you have to also say like, "No, I'm by myself."
No, yeah, I mean, that's just something I gotta get over. You know, I don't know.
Oh, well, I mean, definitely. Because if you're not taking
You're not even
500, you're not taking 500
Be-
a free
be-
meal.
just because in
Financially
reality,
irresponsible.
in
Yes.
reality, the root, what a therapist would say, is that you're just caring about too much about what other people are thinking about you.
Wait, you do that?
No. But yeah, and I mean, I guess I
Danny
guess
works very hard
it
to keep
is-
his image up.
Yeah. It's so hard.
I have a refined image, a public image.
And he could also be a therapist apparently because he knows all the terms.
No, but it would give me like it'd be upsetting to sit there.
He's getting anxious just thinking about
I really
it. Look
am.
at the
Yeah, I
look
can
at the
tell.
can.
Dude, look at my can. I'm
I
squeezing
could be
my
a
can.
therapist.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's fucking. It would really be hard.
You know what, Danny? I'll eat with you. I'll come eat with you when you want.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's what friends are for, right?
All right. And JT won't because we can't find any
And I'll go
place-
sit at a table
Yeah.
like across from you guys and eat alone
Yeah, we
and take
can't-
my $500.
We can't find any place that's gluten free.
Yeah.
All right.
I think we're good.
I believe we are.
JT, tell them where to find you. Let's get the heck out of here.
Follow me on Instagram at JTHolden97.
You can find me at Danny is watching on Instagram and TikTok, and you can also find me eating alone in my room because that's somehow better.
Because no one else can see him.
Because no one else can see me away from prying eyes.
And you can find me at Aunt Prisco. Can't forget to follow.
The Picky Boys Podcast, episode 190. Wow. Share with your aunts and uncles. Toodaloo.